Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Monday, the 24th day of May. It is National Yucatan Shrimp Day, National Aviation...
Course it is.
Well, of course. Didn't you get the card in the mail? National Aviation Maintenance Technician Day, National Scavenger Hunt Day, National Escargot Day, National Wyoming Day, and today is Brothers Day. So I see on Facebook all the time where it says it's National Brothers Day, and that's like any time throughout the year somebody will just forward those things.
I get that a lot.
Yeah, but today is the actual day. So if you want to post something on Facebook saying, hey, I heard on the John and Heidi Show it's National Brothers Day, do it today because today is the actual day. It's also a Movie Star Monday, and we have Yugi Okumoto joining us. He's been in a bunch of movies and TV shows that you've seen him in, like The Karate Kid Part 2. He's also been in a thing called Cobra Kai, which is awesome. And he's got a brand new movie out called Paper Tiger. Going to chat with Yugi Okumoto coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A survey of over 1,300 people. They asked if they approved of their data being sold. 79% said no.
Only
Shouldn't that be
79%?
100%? Here's some other interesting things.
They must not have understood the question.
Yeah, it says 79% of people do not approve of companies profiting from their data. 71% of respondents know that companies routinely do profit from their data. 29% of respondents were unaware. They said, oh, really? They sell my info? I didn't know that. 77% said they want to control who can access their data. Men are more likely to be aware that their data can be sold for profit. The results show 79% of respondents do not approve of companies profiting off of their data. I've got a link to the rest of that study if you're into that kind of thing. And is that all I have? I guess that is all I have. I thought I had another study down here, but I had, because there was so much to that one, I did just one. There you go. Now you know. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A JetBlue flight from the Big Apple to San Francisco was forced to land in Minneapolis after a passenger was seen, quote, snorting a white substance.
Oh.
And then sexually harassing a woman. 42-year-old Mark Anthony Skirbo of Mechanicville, New York, arrested at the airport on suspicion of drug possession. Flight 915, deported from JFK, was diverted to Minneapolis after a customer on board began behaving erratically, getting aggressive towards members of the crew. It says the flight was met by law enforcement. The customer was removed and the flight continued. Cell phone video shot by a person named Matt Kawashma, I probably said that wrong, posted on Twitter, shows crew members explaining to everyone that the suspect had allegedly touched a passenger, refused to wear a mask. Oh, and by the way, he had a bag of cocaine on his lap. Facing federal charges, possible crimes committed on a plane traveling over state lines. So it's a bad plan. Don't do that. That's what happens, though, when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The first official trailer came out last week for Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. A lot of folks excited about that. People are excited that movies are coming back.
I have not seen the trailer.
But I mean, people are excited that there are movies coming back, and I think that's a big deal. HBO is releasing a reunion episode of the TV show Friends. A lot of folks excited about that. Just
I
one
am
episode, though,
not.
apparently.
I was never really a fan, and I don't want to see all those people back together again.
Well, Heidi doesn't matter if you like it or
I'm
not.
not. I'm not their target
I
demographic.
guarantee you they're getting paid big bucks to do it, and a lot of folks are going to be really, really happy. Jerry Seinfeld listed his 27-acre mountain home in Colorado, $14.95 million, 11-bedroom, 12,300 square foot home built in 1991, bought by Mr. Seinfeld and his family in 2007. There's a gym, a yoga studio, and private trails, separate guest home as well. So, interesting stuff, man.
That's awesome.
It really is. Do you find it interesting, all of these like celebrity home things? Should I add more of these? Because I get a lot of these.
I don't care.
I think
if
it
you
seems
want
really
to.
fun.
I mean, I can't ever buy one, so
Well, it's just fun to hear what they have. Fun stuff. There you go. It is your big screen, little screen report brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. Police in Florida reported that a large alligator was seen chasing people through a Wendy's parking lot. So, can you imagine getting out of your car and being chased by an alligator? I would get back in the car.
I just use the drive-through.
I would I would maybe even jump on a car, even if it's not mine. If there's an alligator coming at me,
I'd run it over. I'd get back in my car.
Alligators
run the
are
thing
not
over.
known for their jumping prowess. You know, they got tiny little legs. They're not going to jump. They're not going to climb too high. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe they're good climbers. A Chicago cat has gone viral after jumping from a burning building, leaping out of the 5th floor balcony, bouncing off the ground, and then walking away like nothing happened. Cat's just strutting its stuff, and it says video's gone viral. For those of us who suffer from seasonal allergies, spring and summer can be miserable. A few tweaks to your daily routine can actually help outdoors from invading your home. There's a blog that has, it's called Apartment Therapy. They gave some advice, but here's one I'd never heard of. Change your clothes and shoes as soon as you enter your home.
Oh, I suppose because of the pollen.
Yeah, if you leave your home and you're wearing clothes that get pollen, and when you come back in, you're going to bring that in. But leaving those clothes by the door prevents the allergens into other rooms.
I could see
I've
that.
never thought of that before. It says, do not bring these clothes into the bedroom. Put them in a hamper, or put them in directly into the wash. But they say if you do, that's going to defeat the purpose of everything else. So I never really thought of that. Scientists know that sitting is bad, but they've discovered what appears to be the best remedy. It's called a little thing called walking. 2 minutes a day.
2 minutes a day?
Yeah, that is as little as 2. You can do more than that. But I'm just going to do the minimum. Most people in the study were largely sedentary, those who walked around for at least 2 minutes per hour. Okay, per hour.
I was going to say,
Had a
2 minutes a day. I would think most people get that in.
They had a 33% lower risk of death during the study than those who sat around. Never heard of people just dying during a study. Apparently it happens. Thanks for listening to your Scoop of the Day, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
It's a Movie Star Monday, and our guest today is Yugi Okumoto from Karate Kid 2, from Cobra Kai, and he's got a new project called The Paper Tiger, and this is a comedy and an action movie. That's quite the combination.
Yeah, it is. I'll give you a quick rundown of what the story's about. It's about these 3 kung fu prodigies who have a falling out as teenagers, and they have to come back together after they find out their Sifu has been murdered. Unfortunately, now they're out of shape, middle-aged dudes, and they have to shuffle their dead-end jobs and dad duties and set aside their differences and must now go avenge the death of their master. So imagine that these guys are now one kick away from pulling a hammy.
That's a fun idea. And we all grow up a little bit, don't we?
Yeah, and I think we all try and, search for, that time when we were all in shape. And, unfortunately, that time has passed for me, for sure.
And this is on the heels of Cobra Kai. And growing up, I loved the Karate Kid franchise, and I love what they've done with Cobra Kai. When you signed on, did you have any idea it was going to be this big of a deal?
No, I had no idea. But, the thing about that show is, I think, the nostalgia factor. I think people are ready, and this is the perfect time for something like this. And I think, the writing, Josh, and Hayden, who are the writers of the film, of the TV series, have done, just a wonderful job with, the writing of and the development of the characters, from Billy Zapka, who plays, Johnny Lawrence, to Ralph Macchio, who plays Daniel LaRusso, and I love the way they flip both worlds. Now Johnny's the guy you root for.
And I absolutely love what they did, because like the first episode of Cobra Kai, I realized, wait a minute, maybe Johnny's the good guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of internet arguments about all that stuff, and videos about, this is proof of why Daniel LaRusso was the bad guy.
And I love Cobra Kai, and I absolutely love the fact that when you're watching it, you're seeing many of the actors who played a part in the original Karate Kid or Karate Kid 2. You're seeing them reprise their roles. I just think that's absolutely fantastic that they were able to do that. You included. I'd love to see you right there on Cobra Kai.
Yeah, it is awesome. And I love the way the writers kind of brought back Chozen. It's been, 30-odd years since Karate Kid 2 came out. So, when they approached me about coming back, I think it was in, when was it? I want to say in the summer of 2019. They approached me and asked if I would be interested in coming on board. And, I think the one thing I wanted for this character was to show some progress. I mean, in Karate Kid 2, he was kind of a one-dimensional kind of character, but I wanted him to have some development and, have gone through some things and come back through the other side and become a different person.
Well, you nailed it. You absolutely succeeded. So when they reached out to you about Cobra Kai, was it already a huge hit or not quite yet?
It was still on YouTube Red. So it was a hit on their platform, but it really hadn't reached the mass audiences. So when Netflix came in and took over and bought out the whole series of seasons, then it just blew up. Who would have thought? I mean, it became huge.
And I love Cobra Kai is on Netflix now. And for people who maybe grew up with Karate Kid, you can watch this. But even if you've never seen Karate Kid, it's still fantastic. And it's introducing a whole new generation to that whole story. Now, speaking of current projects, let's talk once again about Paper Tiger. Where can we see it?
Well, hopefully it'll be at a selected theater near you. If it's not playing anywhere near you, or you don't feel comfortable about going to a theater now, but it's available on VOD, platforms like Apple TV, Amazon, Google Play, just to name a few. And, Cinemark Theater, who's releasing the film, has been awesome. They're allowing us to do a day and date release, which means this film will be released on multiple platforms on the same day, which is May 7th.
Very, very cool. Thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it a bunch. I'll throw a link to all that to make it easy to find.
Awesome. Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Yugi. Again, the movie is called The Paper Tiger. I'm going to throw a link to all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thanks for listening on a Movie Star Monday.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
How much do you think it cost the U.S. Mint to mint a penny, if you were going to guess?
I think isn't it like 15 cents or something
No,
now?
it's not that much. It's 1.4 cents to make 1 penny that's worth 1 cent.
I knew it was more than what they were worth, but
So-
I thought it was worse than that.
No. So there are many people who are saying we should get rid of pennies, and there's other people who are going, no, we need to keep the penny. If it costs more to make it than it's worth,
We need to get rid of
it's
it.
probably time to say we don't need these anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's probably a reason we're keeping them, though. I don't know what that reason is. I have a whole drawer of them over here. It's not full, but there's a bunch in there. Every time I open the drawer, I'm like, where did these pennies come from? That is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, Spain. If you are planning to attend the Baby Jumping Festival in Spain in June, I have some bad news.
Baby jumping festival.
It's been canceled. Yeah.
What is a baby jumping
Well, let me
festival?
tell you. Hopefully it will return next year. This bizarre festival has grown men dressed as El Chaholo, the devil. They dress as the devil. Grown men dress as the devil, and they jump over babies to ward off bad luck. To cleanse the babies of the evil that infests them when they're born. So, what
I want to go to this. Sounds like a party.
So until they have this again, are there going to just be a bunch of evil babies running around in Spain? I'm not really sure how all this works. I'm not trying to knock their festival because it sounds like a hoot, and I really do think it'd be fun to see. So if you know anything more about it, you can tell me. I've got a link to the info on our Facebook page and in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Miami, Florida Instagram influencer known for flaunting her wealth on social media has been accused of fraud. She obtained a $100,000 relief fund to live her lavish lifestyle. According to this, 31-year-old Miami Instagram influencer Danielle Miller, charged with wire fraud, allegedly used personal information of a Massachusetts resident to obtain COVID relief funds meant for small businesses.
Oh, man.
Access the info through the state registry of motor vehicles. She's accused of using this victim's personal info to create a bank account that she controlled. Prosecutors say this Instagram influencer alleged fraud continued after she used the Massachusetts resident's personal info to apply for federal economic injury disaster
Lock her up.
loans.
That's disgusting.
Authorities say over $100,000 total was deposited into her account. NBC Boston reported that Miller used the money on herself, buying expensive stays in hotels and private flights. So, showing online just how successful she is. Yeah, it's not successful. That is wrong. What she did was wrong. And I do hope she gets to go to jail for a while. That is Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. Prosecutors will not pursue criminal charges against a Florida teacher who was arrested for allegedly, I did air quotes, spraying 4 teenage students with disinfectant. Why? Well, they weren't wearing their mask properly.
Oh, my gosh.
51-year-old Christina Rezetar, I'm not sure if I said that right, charges were dropped since the facts and circumstances revealed no warrant of prosecution. She was arrested in January, and I think we talked about this back in January. She worked as a teacher for 18 years. Math is what she taught. She used a can of, it's called Claire. It's a disinfectant spray, directly onto the path, face, and body of 4 students.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. She said the kids were not wearing their mask properly, so she sprayed them in the face with disinfectant. She intentionally approached the students and sprayed them. The teens were not injured by the spray, thank goodness. It's not designed for human contact. It's for disinfecting surfaces. I've got a link to the entire story if you want to read all the details, but she's not going to have criminal charges. It's still not a good plan. That's why it is today's moment of duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, are you ready for this today?
I think so.
It's been a while since you got ready. All right, I'm gonna try. The Bridges in Bay, St. Louis, Mississippi.
I don't know. I'm going to say rehab center.
It's a golf course. I'm sorry. It's just funny how the more you think about it, just shoot from the hip, Heidi. Come on. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. I think this is a really good story, and it's actually a heartwarming story. After losing his eye in a suicide attempt, Drew Robinson hits his first home run. So he's playing professional baseball with one eye, and he's hitting home runs, even though he's got literally just one eye. 13 months ago, he lost his right eye in a suicide attempt. When he woke up from that attempt, he realized he was still alive, and he called 911. Well, just recently, he hit a solo home run, and it says the tears, chills, emotions in the book while he was rounding the bases. Everybody online just talking about what a great second act this young man is going to have, hopefully. You know, and it was just not too long ago where he was done. He was just going to throw in the towel. It's never the right answer, ever. Don't do that. He finished the game 2 for 3 with a walk. I'm not a sports guy, so I don't know what that means. Does it sound funny hearing me say sportsy things?
Sportsy things.
I felt all sportsy for a second there. He started the season by going hitless in 8 at-bats, but is showing he's still got the ability that he got. They got him to the majors 4 years ago. I'm going to quit being sportsy. Just going to move on to this.
This is getting just sad.
I'm going to move on to the rest of this. Anyway, he talked about, and the reason that this is such a great thing right now, May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is a time when we should talk about it every day of the year. If this is something you struggle with, talk about it. Talk about it with friends. Talk about it with family. You know, they would much rather have a conversation with you, even at 3 a.m, than to get the call the next morning saying, hey, you never get to talk to him again. Mm-hmm. So please talk about it. And I'm glad that we're talking about it this month. And I'm glad that, you know, it's really sad that it started with him literally trying to take his life.
Yeah.
But at least this story has a happy ending, and your story can as well. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got a link to this story in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.